Right, hello everybody, this is Harry J. Martin and welcome back to BeamNG.drive. Now, if you've been following the channel for long enough, you'll know that I used to play this game around 3 years ago on the channel at some very low resolutions and some moderate frame rates. However, I used to have to slow the game down, record it and then speed it up in the edit because the PC could not handle it. Now, recently I acquired a graphics card. So in today's video, we're just going to be doing some of the scenarios here and just testing out how it performs. I know it performs well already, but with the recording as well. And we're just going to see really how everything goes. Now, there's plenty of scenarios to choose from here. However, they're all ranked in difficulty. If we can sort by difficulty. These are easy, but they're multiplayer. Right, well, we'll start off on a medium, shall we? Trying to make things interesting here. A wanted suspect has been spotted driving near the sawmill in a black Gavril Barstow. Go and catch him. Right, well, we will. Right, so it looks like we're the Federals here in our very classic Fed car with the plant pot light on top. This is almost 1950s, 60s, 70s. Oh god, this car is interesting, to say the least. Where is our checkpoint? Oh, okay, right, I see the suspect. We have eyes on the suspect. What's it counting for? Okay, he's crashed. Success. Right, okay. Well, that didn't take long. We didn't really have to do much. Short series of small jumps, the correct speed makes the difference. Right, I'm assuming we've kind of got to nail the speed and then it'll all flow through from there. Now, I should probably talk about the graphics card, as I mentioned earlier. I'm saying about this. Oh, no, we've nailed it. A bit too fast there. Oh, yes. Okay, that was incredibly easy. Well, yes, I was going to talk about the graphics card, but then we just nailed that scenario. It was rated as easy, I suppose, so we should probably try something a tad harder. Island Tour. Well, this should be a good time for me to ramble on about my new graphics card. It's a nice car, this, to be honest. But yeah, the new graphics card in question is a GTX 1050 Ti low profile. Yes, low profile. If you watched the setup video a few months ago, you will know that my PC is a small form factor, not a full-size desktop. Now, the cute PC builders out there will probably be screaming at me right now, saying, "Oh, why didn't you upgrade your case before you upgraded the components?" That is because... Yeah, we should probably restart, I think. We'll call that a cruise. Yeah, that is because I don't have an endless budget, and I felt that the graphics card was kind of the priority. I appreciate had I upgraded the case, I probably could have saved up and bought a much better graphics card. But, I mean, so far I'm very impressed. This card has been able to play this game, which is, as you can see, fairly graphically demanding. I mean, there's a lot to this map in particular. And, you know, we're getting around 60 frames per second here at 1080p on high settings. Something I didn't really expect I would be able to do. I didn't expect to be able to play this game on high settings. No, not again. But yeah, if you know the channel fairly well, you'll know that I play most of my games on the Xbox One and record that via the Elgato. This is a fairly less demanding kind of method of recording, as you know the Xbox handles the processing of the game, and then the PC has, you know, some work to do through the software for the Elgato in terms of encoding it and such. But I mean, you know, you could do that on a laptop. Where it becomes a bit more challenging in terms of recording games is on the PC, when you've got the PC has to handle rendering, playing the game, you know, sort that out, and recording it. It's a fairly demanding thing to, you know, for the PC. But if you get, you know, moderate hardware, you can usually do it. And I've been praising it, and it started skipping there. Okay, we've kind of sorted that now. But yeah, this now really kind of opens up a much wider variety of games I can play on the channel. I mean, console gaming is fine, but some of the titles on there, especially the AAA titles, are very expensive. And there aren't as many. There isn't such a variety of games on the console. I mean, with the exception of like the older consoles, especially like the PS2, that had an immense amount of games released on there. But PC, you can find a lot of cheaper games, a lot more interesting games, and some games that probably they wouldn't actually be able to release on the console because it's kind of a more monitored network almost. So yeah, many new games to come on the channel. When I get a bit more time to record, when I finish my GCSEs, hopefully. Now, the reason I'm not recording every 5 minutes and putting it up there is because, I wouldn't like my YouTube to be my future career, to be honest. I mean, a lot of people view it as a bit of a dream, but I think in recent years it's become a bit more of a, I don't know, it's become a bit less appealing to some. I mean, I think some people underappreciate the work that YouTubers have to put in. For God's sake. Yeah, I think it's always been a tad underappreciated how much work you have to put in to make videos on YouTube. I mean, I'm not really speaking from personal experience, because I do enjoy editing, recording, playing. But I understand also that it's quite a challenging thing. It's very time consuming, and if you want to make good quality videos, obviously, as with anything, it takes a bit more effort. But yeah, going back to how this links to GCSEs, if I don't spend the time revising and trying to nail them, then I probably will be stuck trying to do YouTube or something like that for the rest of my life, which is not really something I want to be doing. So that's why I'm, putting the effort in. But yeah, enough rambling on about sounding like someone's mum. Yeah, plenty more games to come on the PC, on the channel. I could play the new GTA 6 on PC when it finally comes out. I mean, that is something I might consider. I think that'd be popular. I think people would like to see that. But let me know down in the comments if there are any games in particular you would like to see me play. I mean, BeamNG, I've played it on the channel before. I like playing it. And now I can play on these maps. I can really explore the entire game properly now with the graphics card. But yeah, going back to the hardware side of things, what's impressed me most and has been most convenient about this card is because it's a low profile card, it doesn't really require too much more power. So I've been able to get away with running an i5, 8GB of RAM, and all the other shit that you need, and this 1050 Ti on around 250 watts, which is, I mean, it's not a lot, and it probably isn't enough. However, I haven't had the PC shut down on me, I haven't had any overheating, so in all sense of the word, I'm getting away with it at the moment. However, again, the acute PC builder's probably screaming at me right now saying, "Oh, well, if you want to upgrade your PC anymore, you'll have to upgrade your bloody power supply unit." And yes, true, I admit that will be something that needs to happen. So, I've bought one. I'm just yet to install it, as there isn't really any need to as of yet, as I don't have any other components that are going to require any more power, and the PC is performing fine with the power we've got at the moment. So, yeah. I should mention your recording is at 1080p, but it's limited to 30 frames per second, because, as you've probably inferred by now, I don't have the latest gaming rig. So I can't really record at 60 frames per second. Though hopefully your video is watchable, I'm hoping. Certainly if this makes it onto YouTube, that question will have been answered. Right, I'm going to try and figure out what we're doing here. Oh, right, okay, this is a... Oh, right, we're going to need a bit more speed for that. I couldn't actually see that was a ramp because of the checkpoint marker was in the way. Right, let's try this again. It would make sense that if we just go flat out, we're going to get enough speed. I mean, that wasn't the case on the first jump. It kind of scenario we've done. And that, yeah, that was too much. That was way too much. Probably could have survived that if I'd been a bit more keen on the brakes, but I don't know, I think we probably damaged it enough anyway. So, evidently we don't want to go flat out because that's too much, so I'm saying we just lift off about here. Nope. I did tap the brakes there, I think that might have been a mistake. On the brakes! On the brakes. Right, we nailed that. Be careful not to fall off here. Yeah, we're going to need more speed for that. I've got a feeling this could be quite a piss take, because obviously the checkpoints don't really act as checkpoints. You don't save at them and then respawn at them. Right, okay. I mean, even if you overcook it to the landing, that's still kind of, you can land on the approach to the next corner, and it's just kind of get away with it. Okay, right, it's not that long. So we just got to nail this first jump, which I think we've just about got in the bag, and then get a bit more speed for the second. Okay, I think we might have kind of made it there. Right, we kind of cheaped out there at the end, but we made it with a gold. Right, well, I'd like to thank everyone very much for watching. If you did enjoy it, please do drop a like and subscribe. And any games you'd like to see on the PC, please do drop your suggestions in the comments below. Thank you all very much for watching, and I shall see you all in the next video you watch, provided it's one of mine. Goodbye.